Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talent.
Makes the ground. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Crosses the 45. He's running free down the middle. 10. He is in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Running inside, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They even things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Give running right, it's Robinson.
to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Hunt is on its way. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Under fire. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up the first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
On that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier, inbounds, and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
Something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Rifles it down the middle. Puts it in. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Got it behind the line. It's Dickey. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Now on first down from the 40. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Did the work himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of room to run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Sooners. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Williams. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell They were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking downfield is Hammond. Sets up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of room to the right. Past the tap, and he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Running up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes a catch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
There's some room. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Corners are going to bail. To the air, it's Batir. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Off the play fake.
Took advantage of it.
They'll run the RPO and Fort right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. That's caught. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's loose. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Red Raiders had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Timeout call by the Red Raiders, and now Texas Tech will have no more to use. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Fires into the end zone. Incomplete, going for the touchdown, but instead I think they're going to have to wear a penalty.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
And the Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Backs looking for the goal line. He's down will come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we are excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Fighting Irish, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems, so many headaches.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to Xavier. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Leaves it with the back. Maybe some room here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Xavier Robinson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Never getting stopped on that 2nd down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. He'll take it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Finds the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Shakes off the defender. Got a little grass. Running inside the 20. Touchdown! And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. And with the extra point, they're now on by a touchdown and a field goal with 10. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those reads.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
And I like that a lot by this defense. Like, understanding. This guy's a threat. He's already shown you he will take off and run the football. Treating him like a running back. Playing pass, but understanding that can happen. Rallying to the football and getting him on the ground.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Hammond. Hauls it in. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
It'll be 3rd and long. Pulls and fires complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The give is to Williams. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On target over the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And the extra point splits the upright. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Cat them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this team.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on 3rd.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. kick is in the air. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Maybe a double pass. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. At the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect it. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him. And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone.